Hey everybody, welcome back to Jeff Bull Central. Recently I did a video about the Mafia video game series. I was taking the last entry in the series, Mafia Definitive Edition, and using it as a way to kind of help forecast what the next Mafia game, Mafia the Old Country, maybe try to forecast what that might be, right? And it kind of occurred to me that I could do that with a bunch of different series if I wanted to, right? And anyway, it's just prognostication. It's just imagination. I don't really know. I'm not in the studio making these games, right? I'm a guy on YouTube talking to you about it. But I thought of all the game series that I'd like to do that with, the one that's really most present in my mind is Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm super pumped for Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm super annoyed that it didn't come out this year like it was supposed to, but I'm also super not surprised because, a game like this, it's just gonna miss its date. It's just gonna be late. That's just the way of things, the way of the Force. It moves through you. Okay. So, but I want to do that. I want to look at Grand Theft Auto 5. Yeah, which is now a 12-year-old game, believe it or not. They've been working on this thing for 12 years, Grand Theft Auto 6. And I want to look at that game and maybe a little bit think about Rockstar's last game, which was Red Dead Redemption 2. Those two games, but mostly GTA 5. And think about what GTA 6 might be and make an informed guesstimation. So that's it, everybody. What can we learn about GTA 6 from GTA 5? Let's do it. So here's the thing. GTA 5 is maybe like my favorite entry in the series. I don't think it's my favorite as far as everything goes. I just think it was the most complete package. I know that there's people who like elements of other entries, and I know there's people who just don't even really like 5 at all for various reasons. Some people consider it too, quote-unquote, immature, or they consider it a little too channeled or a little too narrow and maybe not as grand as it could have been. But for my money, it's a heck of a game, man, because, I was just playing it here to kind of refresh myself and get some footage for you for this video. And the thing that struck me immediately is how playable it is. It's extremely playable. The driving mechanics are just on point. Even the shooting has been made too easy entirely. To just look like a monster with a gun, right? Just blow people away like they don't got a beat on you. To kind of combat the difficulty and the shooting and the driving when it was difficult in old GTA games, it wasn't because it was designed that way. It was because it was designed a certain way and it didn't really come out that way. That's kind of my interpretation. To take that how you want. But for instance, GTA 4. I like GTA 4. I like the story especially, but I hate the mechanics of that game, especially the driving mechanics. Those cars were really springy. Well, GTA 5, everything moves just how you want it to, man. Even the walking around. The controlling the 3 characters, switching back and forth between them. That was a great invention, on the fly. Really no loading screen, so to speak, because it does kind of zoom out and zoom back in, and that's technically a loading screen, but it doesn't really look like it. It doesn't feel like it, right? The story is focused enough for me. There's that badass online mode. There's lots to do, lots to see. GTA 5 was an incredible experience, especially for me because in 2013 when it came out, I was earning my master's degree in genre fiction. You see, an MFA. Not that you care. But I was ready to get on with my life at that point. I was ready to see the world and have a job, and this just brought me back to the fundamentals of what I loved most about gaming in the first place. Feeling powerful, feeling competent, which, on the master's program didn't make me feel super confident at the time. But just having a great time. Just being able to sit in front of the TV in spite of homework, in spite of thoughts about the future, and disappear into this fictionalized Los Angeles, the Los Santos, and into these three characters, these three lives, very unexpected ways. Now, the thing with all of this is, don't expect GTA 6 to reinvent the wheel entirely. Rockstar knows where its bread is buttered, okay? And that's you, by the way. You butter the bread with your money. Weird metaphor, but that's how it works. You butter the bread with your money. I swear to God, I saw you do it. I saw you do it. And so, while it will be more complex, from a mechanical point of view, maybe not, but from certainly the development aspect, it has to be in order to play on these new systems, yeah? From a story point of view, it might even be more complex that way, because the thing that I think is going to evolve is the general point of view, the ethos behind it. You know, in GTA's past, immaturity reigned. This is the game about prostitution and drugs and silly jokes about body parts and dumb circumstances. This was never the mature thing that some people wanted it to be, and it's delinquent and it's bad. It always was. I've been playing GTA since it was a top-down experience, my friends, from the 90s. It was never anything but this. However, the world's changed, okay? Generations have changed. There's certain things that people just don't want to see anymore. There's certain things that people want to see in abundance that we're not, quote-unquote, allowed to see anymore, okay? But I don't think it's going to be quite the same. I think it's going to have a little bit of a different philosophy behind it, slightly. If only this, take away this. Look at this trailer for the game, for GTA 6. There's all these internet gags. There's all this kind of awareness of kind of like a time and a place and a certain already I can tell dedication to character, because we have these two characters, kind of a Bonnie and Clyde-esque crime duo. And you know what you see in this trailer mostly? You see them living life. You don't even see them pulling off heists and like I said, picking up prostitutes per se. I'm not, my mind's accessing the wrong thing, but that's GTA too. This is about, for instance, the female character. She just gets out of prison. She's still got to do community service. So you got to do that? Is that a thing that I'm going to have to do in the game, is do community service? They're sitting around the apartment. They're kissing. They're dancing. They're living their lives in addition to making this about a grander experience with all these colorful characters and the fact that, you know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is, I do believe GTA 6 is going to be the most mature of them all. I don't mean that there won't be immaturity, and you have to understand that when I say mature, I don't mean in terms of violence, and I don't mean in terms of adult themes. I mean actual emotional maturity, like an adult. I don't know if you've noticed, but starting with GTA 5, well, GTA 4 really, and then up through Red Dead and Red Dead 2, Rockstar has been progressively growing up. Have you noticed? Did you play Red Dead 2? Did you notice that even though it was basically a continuation, and they did tweak a lot of things, and there was a lot of things that were just totally different and threw some people off, the basic themes were very mature, emotionally speaking, and the story beats, it wasn't always gag, funny, immature, right? Even though Red Dead, the original, kind of was some of that, it was basically just GTA in the Wild West, right? So I fully expect that. With GTA 6. So here's the 3 bullet points I want you to pay attention to. Number 1, don't let it fool you. I don't think it's going to reinvent the wheel entirely. I think what we're going to get is an experience sort of like between Red Dead 1 and Red Dead 2. Definitely an evolution. Some things are way different, but you can see the natural progression. You can see it. I don't think they're going to stray so far that it won't feel like Grand Theft Auto, and hopefully the mechanics are beautiful, which we can't get a beat on at all until someone gets their hand on a controller, right? The second thing I want you to pay attention to is that it will be more complex, mechanically, probably, maybe, developmentally, certainly, but also in maturity, right? And that's kind of the third thing. I do think this is going to be a much more character-oriented, and believe me, Grand Theft Auto 5 was very character-oriented. That's kind of what the gist was. That's why head-hopping between 3 different people was so satisfying, because you kind of ended up caring about all 3 of them in individual ways. I fully expect that with these 2 characters and all the side chicanery characters that go on, right? I think that because, and I'm just speaking for me because, I'm an adult and I do, hey man, I like a good middle school joke as much as the next guy, okay? Give me a whoopee cushion, I'll have fun with that all day. But I do want to see, also, maturity in my characters. I want to know that they're human beings, not caricatures, right? And I think I'm going to get that plenty. And I just based that off, again, this trailer. It's not just shenanigans in GTA style. They're living a life. They're having a relationship. They're having many relationships out there. I don't mean that how you mean. I mean, like friendships and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they're relating to people. They're relating to each other. They're relating to themselves. Very interesting for a trailer for Grand Theft Auto. I can't help it, man. I am super stoked for GTA 6. Wanted it to come out this year. Not surprised when it didn't. Still disappointed. But May of next year, this is where I'm going to be. I'm going to be in front of the TV playing this game. So, if you're with me and you feel like what I just ran down there for you might give you some clues as to what GTA 6 is all about, let me know in the comments. Would ya? Huh? You never write anymore. And then like the video and subscribe and all that stuff that the algorithm likes. And come on back to the channel and check out some other stuff. Bye.
Sun,